In his incredible best-selling book, Atomic Habits, author James Clear talks about a principle called never miss twice. By the way, if you have not read Atomic Habits, what are you waiting for? Atomic Habits is a book that you should read not once, but I would suggest you read it every other year, or maybe every year. It is that powerful. So I want to talk to you about habits that I have instilled in my life because I want to use this episode of the podcast to inspire you to grab hold of the habits that are going to get you to where you want to go. Hey there, this is Mr. Productivity, and this is the Mr. Productivity Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please head on over to my website, MrProductivity.com, M-I-S-T-E-R, MrProductivity.com, and score your free productivity scorecard, just 10 questions. And I'll give you a score to tell you how productive you truly are. And guess what? Productivity people have taken my quiz and nobody scores a 50 out of 50, not even me. So that's available for free at MrProductivity.com. So I want to tell you how I approach habits. And I want to share with you several of my habits. And you may be asking yourself, as I give you some of the numbers of days in a row I have been doing these habits, and you may say, why are you still tracking these habits? Because I never want to miss twice. No, I never want to miss once. And I keep track of these streaks because I'm competing against myself. So first thing in the morning, I take a cold shower. My goal is within 120 to 180 seconds, I'm out of my nice, cozy, warm bed and into a cold shower. Now, full disclosure, I live in Houston, Texas, so the cold showers may not be as cold as yours, but we're going for contrast here. Nice, warm, comfy bed to a cold shower. I have been doing that for 781 days. By the way, all these days counts I'm going to share on the podcast with you are as of the date of this podcast. And let me pull up my calendar real quick because I don't know what today this podcast came out. I should have done this ahead of time. So this podcast is coming out on February 9th. 2026. And so all these numbers are as of that date. Now, when I get done with that, I go and take my supplements. And if you're interested, I take some MCT oil. I take some Omega Guard for omega-3s, or is it omega-6s? I don't remember. I take a B complex because I have methylation issues. I take Dr. Boz's K2 D3 capsules. I also take some creatine and methylene blue. Don't judge me. That's just the supplements I take. When I'm done with that, I go outside, regardless of the weather. Again, I live in Houston, and it doesn't always get cold, but it does get cold sometimes, and I will ground for 4 minutes, bare feet on the ground, while I'm squatting. I read a book a number of years ago called Built to Move, and what happens is, as we age, we become sedentary, and the authors of Built to Move suggest that you squat for 4 minutes. Now, you've probably seen young kids, when they squat, their butt almost hits the ground. How low can you go? I can go pretty low. So I combine the two, not considered multitasking. I'm squatting while I am grounding. If it's raining, I grab an umbrella. If it's cold, the coldest morning I've ever grounded to date, the wind chill was 17 degrees. Now, I was dressed from the top of my head to my ankles, but no excuses. When I'm done with that, I come in the house and I write my goals. This is the habit I was doing, stopped doing. Now I'm back to doing it. Oh, by the way, the counts, I already told you, cold shower as of today, 781 days, squatting 740, grounding 775 because I didn't think about coordinating the two together until later. Writing my goals daily, writing them, not typing them into my app, not thinking about them, not saying them out loud, which are all good things, but I write them in my journal every day. That streak is up to 82 days in a row. I am a 60-year young man, and so I have begun taking my blood pressure, and you may go, well, why are you tracking your blood pressure? Why is this a streak? Again, I never want to miss once. So I've been taking my blood pressure now every day for 65 days in a row. The biggest streak I have is running at least 1 mile. I started this streak way back on August 29, 2017, 3,087 days in a row. Do I always feel like going out for a run? No, I do not. But I don't make excuses. I have run every day for 3,087 days in a row. I have started weightlifting several months ago. I do this every other day. My streak is up to 80. Now, that's not 80 consecutive days. That's weightlift, day off, weightlift, day off. That streak is up to 80. I have also been embracing the power of gratitude journaling. So at the end of every day, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. That streak is up to 70. Walking 15,000 steps or more, that streak is up to 711 days. And finally, probably the newest thing on my streaks list is meditation. I meditate for 15 minutes a day. That streak is up to 40 minutes. Now I have 2 small streaks that you'll understand in a minute why they're smaller streaks. I don't drink Diet Coke, my favorite drink of all time, except when I have my cheat day. I am on the keto diet. And so what synchronizes is every 21 days, I go out for a cheat meal at lunch. And so the no Diet Coke and the keto diet streak are both every 21 days. That resets to 0 because I have a cheat meal. But I consider those small streaks. So I wanted to share these with you to tell you how I am staying so healthy at 60 years young, how I feel so vibrant, and how I get so much done because I'm competing against myself and I never miss once. And my challenge to you is to figure out how you can compete with yourself so you never miss a day. Now, if you're going to miss a day, start over again. But do you think I'm going to take a day off from running and start from 1 after running 3,087 days in a row? No way. So I want you to think about, are there habits that you can implement in your life that if you never miss once, that you will have a more vibrant, a more successful life? Think about that. Mull about that. Maybe journal about that, and you may just surprise yourself. So I'd love to hear from you. The best way you can do this, you can find me on LinkedIn. If you can spell my last name, Mark Struczewski, good luck. Probably the easiest thing for you to do is head on over to MrProductivity.com. The LinkedIn profile link is somewhere on my homepage, or you can send me a message through my contact page because I want to hear from you. Do you compete against yourself? Do you observe never miss once, or James Clear's never miss twice? I'd love to hear from you. Again, MrProductivity.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention, for listening today. I truly appreciate you. I will see you, or I will talk to you real soon.